Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to do something a little bit more advanced with for loops, and that is nest a for loop inside another for loop. Let's just show you again what happens with this one. So we run it, let's just move it to the side so we can see the script as well, and you can see that the for loop is running up to 1 before 72, so it'll be 71, but including 0, this means the actions of moving forward and right will be repeated 72 times. And eventually, if my computer keeps up, we will get a lovely looking circle. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have that so-called circle drawn 5 times around the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up another for loop. I'm going to say for j in range 5, and inside that I'm going to run the for loop with I in range 72. Now, because a for loop requires all the code which is going to be repeated to be indented, I'm just going to highlight the code which I want indented, go to Format and Indent Region. This now means that each time the J loop runs, it is going to run the for loop, which will contain 72 repetitions of forward and right. Once J finishes its first run of that, it is then going to run the for loop again, containing those 72 instructions. But because I don't want that circle written drawn in the same spot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a separate instruction which will run after the for loop has finished running, and that's going to be right 75. And when I run it, I need to save it obviously. Right, so let's just move that. In a future video I'll show you how to speed up the drawing of the turtle, but for now we'll just simply let it draw itself on its own route, and there we go, it finishes the first one. And there you can see the second circle in range in the for loop J is now starting its work, and that will eventually finish, and then the third one starts. Now if we let this play to the end, you will eventually see 5 nice well drawn circles displayed neatly across the page. So what I'd like you to do now is, if you've managed to get a simple single for loop working, see if you can nest a for loop inside another for loop in order to repeat a drawn structure like I'm doing multiple times. Play around with some of the values, play around with how you are nesting the for loops, and see what sort of things you can create. Good luck.